was the difference Saturday against Virginia Tech that was maybe missing in the previous 4 games?
I feel like communication and everybody getting together as a team because last week we lost to Notre Dame and we just had a team meeting, well, the defensive meeting. We all came together and just talk freely, understand what was going on, what's messing up, and what we need help on. Yeah. And that's what we executed last week.
Did you notice an immediate effect after the meeting that it was needed? Maybe you shake the tree, some stuff kind of comes out, and you guys were looser as a group afterward?
Yes, sir. You can say that.
Yeah, I mean, not to harp too much on the players-only meeting, but was just everybody kind of saying different things to kind of get everything out in the open and be honest with each other? Mm-hmm. Or and how'd you walk away from that? What was your feeling walking away from that?
I feel like it was a success for real though, because as a team, you need to come together and bring your own thoughts in, because if everybody's not on the same page, it ain't gonna be right, and that's the same for your job as well too. So yeah.
In your role as a defensive end, we always hear about the 1 of 11 and how that affects one person's at a job, it affects the whole defense. Mm-hmm. From you as a defensive end, what is your particular role that you needed to improve on to get better at it to help the defense as a whole?
My role is to be the greatest teammate I can, though. So if I do that, everything come together. So yeah.
Des, how do you, as a defense, how do you all keep this going? How do you keep your foot on the pedal so that I'm sure you don't want to take a step back from obviously what you accomplished against Virginia Tech? Is that a conversation y'all are having about hey, we have to keep this ball rolling?
Oh yeah, that's every day. The standard is standards over feelings every day. So you don't feel like you don't feel like you're waking up every day. You just look to your partner and remember it's standards over feelings. That's all it is. That's what we live by every day.
Do you think that's just a key reminder? Standards over feelings? That's...
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You said back in preseason that you're back home now with your hand on the ground all the time playing traditional defensive end. Mm-hmm. Did it take some time once games started for you to kind of find your comfort zone there since you hadn't done that?
Nah, it always been there. It's always been there. So.
Is there anything about how you perform that you've seen improve the first 5 games? Maybe physicality or how you read things?
Yeah, I say my physicality. I say my eyes. Most time being in the right place at a time. That be helping me make plays on the field. So yeah.
You gotta loosen up, Des.
Yeah.
What particular challenges do you see from Miami's offensive line on Saturday?
They got a nice, big physical O-line. Most of the time they lean on you if they're trying to move you out the way, so we just got to be strong and fit and have our eyes in the right place.
What can y'all do better to get more pressure on the passer?
I just say stay in our vertical lanes, our passing lanes.
The vertical, say that again? The vertical what?
Passing lanes. So when the quarterback drop passes, it's the lanes you got to stay in as the 4 defenders on the line.
That helps get pressure on the passer?
Yeah, he's going to stay in the box.
Got it.
Yeah.
Miami has a new staff. How are they different preparing for what they do offensively now versus a year ago?
A year ago, this year they just trying to run the ball more downhill. They trying to get you out of the gap, some stuff like that.
What are some things about Tyler Van Dyke that you guys are really aware of?
We just gotta make sure we play our game. It's nothing different every week. It's the same thing every week. So if we play our game, we'll be good.
How much have you guys talked about the Coastal Division and, basically it's there for the taking?
Any team on our roster right now, we feel pretty good that we can win all of them. We just got to execute every week. We just got to come ready to play, pretty much.
Des, was this the best accountability Sunday you guys have had? I mean, I'm sure some of those Sundays have been kind of rough in previous weeks. Was this the happiest one or the most good stuff flying around those?
I mean, pretty much. It's the same every week, though. Everybody not perfect. You got to come ready to play, and pretty much you building every week. You come fight. So yeah.
What did y'all pick out for this Sunday? There was so much that you did well. Mm-hmm. What was Coach Chizik harping on this time around?
Just execute the play call pretty much. That's all it is. Do the little things right. we take care of the rest.
Because I guess you guys have a special resource with Corey Gaynor having been at Florida, behind for the last couple of years. Have you guys talked to him at all about personnel or
for sure.
anything about there? And what has he kind of told you?
Well, I watch film with Corey all the time, though, just understanding, like, what's his point of view of the game because he's a center, so he know the ins and outs of the offense. So pick his brain, it helps me a lot.
So if you go in and watch the tape and you see him, you're going against his teammates. I imagine some of the same players are on the offensive line. Has he giving you hints about how to beat this tackle, beat that tackle?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Any examples of what he's saying? Like, man, this guy doesn't.
Oh, yeah, so, like, it just depends. Like, 51, maybe he jumps out on his set faster than the other tackle. So he said, just have your hands ready and jab or counter, so, yeah.
Has the defensive coaching staff been, bringing in Corey into the room?
Nah, nothing serious like that. It just on my free time, I go talk to him because he's an older guy. He's been in it for a long time, so yeah.
Cool. How did that come about, Des? Did you just like hanging out with him and watching film? Did you go up to him and say? Did you approach him about it, or did he come to you and say, "Hey, I think I might be able to help you out a little bit"? Like, how did that just come about?
So it was back in camp. I was about to go watch film, and I went to the O-line room because they got a big TV, so I went in there, and I seen him in there, so I was like, hey, like, I know you an OG in college football right now, and can you help me out? So, and help me out, give me some tips, and that's what it was.
That's cool. So you guys kind of maybe struck up a little bit of a friendship, or
Yeah, you call that.
would you call it that?
I will.
Well, so tell me about that day. Was this just like one morning, one night? Like when you said you went into the O-line room and camp, like set the scene. Was that like had you had dinner and you just wandered in there? Like what was going on?
Yeah, well, it was after practice, so I say around like 10 or something. Go in there, get some food, go in there, watch the tape, watch inside run, team, and some things that can help me better. So he in there with a couple guys on the O-line already, running backs in there. I like watching the film with the O-line, well, with offense, because you catch some little things. So got in there, I seen him. It was like, I played D-line, so I really don't supposed to be in there.
Right, they're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, well, what are you doing here? But we all cool, we all fans, we all trying to win, and that's what he understands as well. He been in the game for like 5 years, so the end of the game, like the end of the point is just winning, and whatever you can do to win, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to win.
Do you all have like a stand? Like, all right, look, every Monday we're doing. Is it like a standing date that y'all get together? Or you just kind of do it every now and then? Like, is it on your like schedule for the week?
I say I do it every now and then though, cause like he always got his time too to watch him as well. So I really don't want to be in his time. I take up his time, but whenever I can, I will though for sure.
You guys good with that?
I know the defense can get a lot of ridicule. How do you guys work to maintain composure? And is there like a prove them wrong type of mentality?
It's definitely not. It's like we all talent. We young guys. So if we execute the play call, everything else is great. Like it's nothing like that. Yeah.
All right?
All right.
Great.